Hi, Sharon Graves, paintingwithacrylics101.com, here in my studio today, and we have drawn a fun little snowman, Halloween witch, and we're gonna put this picture on, get it on our background. I painted this is watercolor paper. It's taped on this board with just painter's tape, and you leave it on here until this painting is completely dry, so the paper itself won't warp. Now if you take it off too soon, it'll get warpy, but if you'll just work on it like this and leave it on there till it's completely dry, it'll flatten back out. This is watercolor paper, so that's 140 pounds. So you've got a couple of ways that you can get this on your support. You could take this drawing, you have some transfer paper, it's black on both sides, okay, but one side is, and it's going to be hard to show it on the video, but one side, maybe if I do it like this, yeah, okay, the darkest side is the side you want down. So you could, I would lay it down on a table, lay this down, and then put this over top of it and draw it either with a pen, or I'm looking for a stylus over here. You can do it with the back of a brush. Just draw your basic outline on there, and it'll transfer on there, okay? So that's one way you can do it. You can I used soft fine charcoal, comes in a pack, in a box. It's like $2.99 at the big box, you know, like a Hobby Lobby or Joann's or something. And it's very soft. If you get it on there and you don't like what you've got, you can always take a damp paper towel and wipe it off. It'll come right off. But we're gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna draw it on here. This is a pretty simple little design. So I want her feet somewhere down in here. And so her hat's gonna be somewhere in here. Okay, so here comes the hat. And here comes this part. And back down here. Now we're gonna bend a piece of that hat over there. Now, I just wanna show you how you can, I just have a little spray bottle here. Little bit of water on this paper towel. It'll take that right off, okay? So I like the shape of that hat much better, so I'm gonna have to fix it. There we go. Okay, so once again, I'm gonna fix it. There we go. Okay, so now her legs are gonna come down out of the hat, not quite in the middle. And there's a foot. I gave her little pointy shoes, some skinny little legs. Now you can always fix, as you're painting, you might want to change something. That's totally up to you and completely doable. Okay, so then we can also go ahead and we could put in her eyes. And I like this little blinky one over here. And then a nose, and then a silly little mouth. Again, you can change almost any of that as you paint it. Okay, so there we have our witch on there. I like this hat better. So if you like your hat really well, you might want to try the transfer part, but I will probably, and I'm not going to guarantee it, but fix it as I go. Okay, so I am going to use, this is like a number 6, and it's a synthetic flat. I never buy black, well, okay, I can't say I never buy black paint, because I do have it, but I almost never use it, and I won't be using it today. I take ultramarine blue, I mix it with some purple, I mix it with some turquoise deep, and I might even throw in some burnt umber in there. It is really dark, And I want this part back here really dark. Now I'm just kind of outlining this hat. I want the brim, it's coming around here. See, it doesn't matter if I don't get exactly right on the line. It's just no big deal. Something's on my brush. You know me, I have to look down over top of my glasses because I can't see anything. I'm sorry. So here comes some more of the black around here. Now, I really like the way that hat was out there, very far out. Now here comes this side. Now this part here has to come down in to here. And this part has to go back around behind there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to keep working on our hat, coming down this way. Now you can see some blue in there, and that's perfectly fine, because when we do those eyes, we need the darkest black we can make. So right now we need to lighten it up a little bit. So I'm going to add a little bit of cad red into my mixture of black. I'm trying to lighten it up a little bit. My brush is a little dry, need to add a little moisture to it. And I'm going to keep adding some of that cad red to lighten it up as it goes across. Now, I just keep adding that because I want these eyes, they're going to have to be very dark, or they could be orange. We could paint them orange like there's a light, a candle in the witch's hat, or her eyes were glowing. It's your painting. Please have fun with it, okay? That's all this is about, is having fun and learning a few things. Now, as I come down, I'm going to add some form to it a little later. But as I come down, see that little piece right there? You have to get back in there. If you want to put that in, you have to. Now, you just have to come around your eye. There we go. Now, I've said this many times. You just have to give your eyes something to work on, and it will fill in the rest. Adding a little blue here. I'm going to see what a little white does to that. Just a little bit of white. There we go. I kind of like what's happening there. There's our nose. And then here's our mouth in here. Let's get this light color over here on this side. There we go. I'm going to need a smaller brush here in a minute to get into those teeth. Let's go ahead and find a smaller brush. I'm just picking one. I'm not, it's probably not my favorite brush here, but it'll work. just an inexpensive little brush. It's coming in between those teeth, down. I can't wait to paint the teeth and the eyes and everything orange. I think that will be wonderful. There we go. Let's see if we can get, here's one tooth under here. Now we're going to go all the way around the mouth, and then we'll work on that hat, the brim and everything. I don't mix up a ton of paint when I'm working. For a thing like this, you don't need a ton of paint. Okay, we're about to get our witch's hat done. Let's mix up some more dark, and we want our darkest color. So it takes all the dark colors on the palette: ultramarine blue, burnt umber, dioxazine purple, and turquoise deep. And we're gonna do this right in here. Come around. And come around here. We can fill in the rest of this in a minute. I wanted to see where we were gonna be, okay? So now I'm gonna pick up some little lighter, and I'm gonna add a little bit of the cad red to my light part down in here. There we go. You can go up or down. Now we're going to make this part of the brim lighter. So we're going to add some more white to our mix of paint here. And we're going to come out here on our brim. We're actually going to come around back this way. Okay. We're going to stop this video in a minute and get our second, the second part of it going. I can't get them all on one video. It takes forever to load it. You'd never get to see it. We're going to come back and do the teeth and the tights and fix anything that doesn't look quite right to us. Trying to get this part of the hat to go around the back of it. There we go. Got it. Okay. All right, we've got our hat on there. We're still going to tweak it a little bit, but we're going to do our eyes and mouth next, and we'll find out exactly how much light we need on our hat. So see you in a few.